Well, hello, and hello to all you wisdom walkers and wannabe wisdom walkers out there. This is Jojo Maria and Saroma coming to you with the astrology for self mastery for the end of December. And this will be my final astrological report, unless something happens between now and the 30th. But this will be the last one for you in 2025 before we move on to, oh my God, what's coming in 2026. But here we are on the Friday before Christmas. And I know many of you may be out, hopefully having being at holiday parties if you're in a job situation or doing a little bit of Christmas shopping. Not too much this year, right? Just a little bit if you need to do that. But most importantly, that you are enjoying yourself and you're having a good time because 'tis the season. This is what this time of year is for. We need to be in a place of gratitude, in a place of loving thoughts, and really, really, taking this time to give ourselves a break, most importantly, to give ourselves some rest. So it's my pleasure to be here with you tonight and to be sharing this closing out of 2025 through this astrological report. So without further ado, let me start with first sharing the quotes that I called for December. This first one is from Astro Butterfly. December 2025 carries the feeling of the moment before everything changes. Yeah. Neptune stations direct in the last degree of Pisces. A full moon squares the nodes, and a new moon touches the galactic center, all pointing to a shift that's been a long time coming. There's a sense of inevitability, like we're being prepared for something larger than ourselves, something that officially begins in early 2026. December feels like standing with one foot in the old world and one foot in the new. The story is changing, and we're changing with it. And then from Moon Omens December astrology, the month of December invites us to pause, look back, and reflect on how 2025 shaped us, making sure to honor the inner shifts that are not immediately visible, the choices we made when nobody was watching, and the patterns we outgrew without realizing it. It is a time to celebrate the wisdom of endings, honor our growth, recognize how far we have come, and step into 2026 with clear intentions and an open heart. Yes, very beautiful. So happy holidays, everyone. Again, like I said, this is a time for us to pause and celebrate and be in a loving space and a loving energy. And I wish that for all of us. Now, we are still in Sagittarius season as of today, but that's going to quickly change within just a couple of days. Again, the impact days for December. For this middle to ending of the month, it is today, the 19th, tomorrow, the 20th, Sunday, the 21st, and then Christmas Eve, the 24th. Yeah. So let's start with today because here we have, yeah, the new moon in Sagittarius. And folks, it's all about inner expansion. Remember how I'm always talking about, especially if you watch my Wisdom Walk talk, that are going forward out of all this chaos and indecency is to take on our self mastery work and really learning how to address our shadows and to address what is out of balance with us. So that's the inside out job. If we want to see changes going on in our world. And so this new moon is going to show up and give us some more support for that inner expansion work here at the close of December. So, new moon in Sagittarius, going beyond limits. This is an abundant new moon with an invitation to focus on stretching beyond our perceived limitations. We're on the cusp of a new season and a new year. So use this as an opportunity to break out of your comfort zone and try something new today. Spend the start of this lunar cycle going on a trip, researching new ideas, and feeling optimistic about the year ahead. The last new moon of 2025 is an invitation to renovate our beliefs about what is possible for us. As the calendar year comes to a close, we are being asked to take risk on ourselves, speak our truth, and follow the direction that calls us, even if we're scared. The new moon in the sign of the centaur is an invitation to dream boldly and trust that the path will reveal itself after we have taken the first steps. This event highlights the importance of following our inner guidance and trusting the whispers of our intuition. Again, that focus on the inside out. New moon in Sagittarius pursuing inner expansion. This is from um, Moon Omens. The last new moon of 2025 encourages us to stop apologizing for who we are and what we want, and to welcome this new chapter with open arms and an open heart. This is an invitation to strengthen our faith in the universe and allow optimism to guide us into the new calendar year. As 2025 comes to a close, we have an opportunity to connect with the deeper meaning and purpose behind our choices and desires and open ourselves up to new possibilities. This new moon reminds us that true expansion begins within through inner shifts that allow us to see ourselves and our lives from a new and bigger perspective. Inner expansion happens when we give ourselves permission to dream big despite previous disappointing experiences, when we keep cultivating trust in life. This new moon reminds us to have faith in the unfolding of our journey, even if we don't yet clearly see where we are headed, and motivates us to pursue the kind of growth that transforms our lives from the inside out. There you go. There you go. And then here are the major aspects for this particular lunation, the last lunation event of 2025. The sun and the new moon will be conjunct both Venus in Sagittarius and Mars in Capricorn, and square both Saturn and Neptune, who are still doing this final dance in Pisces. With both relationship planets, Venus and Mars, conjunct the new moon, relationship themes are likely to be front and center in the upcoming lunar month, which invites us to explore new ways of relating and of taking action on our desires. The square to Neptune, Saturn and Neptune will ask us to balance idealism with discernment and optimism with realism. This new moon will challenge us to stay grounded in the truth of the present moment, yet remain open to the mystery. Very, very nice. Very cool. Yeah. Very, very nice. So happy new moon, everyone, for what is going on. And I've got one more message for you. Let me double check. Yeah, one more moon message for you. And then I'm going to talk about Three Eyes Atlas. Yeah. So this is the Astro Butterfly message. She says on December 19th or 20th, 2025, depending where you are on the globe, we have a new moon at 28 degrees Sagittarius. We are ready for a new journey. We can feel the calling in our bones. But can you really move beyond the legacy of the past? Can we slay the old story and start fresh? Or will this new beginning always be influenced by the narratives we've inherited? How much of this journey called life is ours, and how much do we carry for others? As with any Sagittarius transit, the answers are complex and philosophical. It's rarely an either or, it's usually an and, a new beginning and an old thread, a calling forward and a reckoning with what came before. Yeah, really beautiful, really beautiful. And so it happens that on this day, what I call Three Eyes Atlas, because I see it as a divine messenger, it happens to be at this time closest to the Earth. Yeah. So I came across this video done by a group that is all about using astrology and astronomy and other kinds of spiritual um, inclinations and intelligences to really promote this age of Aquarian, of us coming together as a collective and waking up to more of the truth of who we are as human beings. Yeah. So I'm going to share with you um, what I pulled out of the transcript from this video. I'm going to leave you the link to the video in the description box below this video so that you can listen to the whole thing. But I wanted to pull out what I thought was a really, really important part of this. It's called the astrology of Three Eye Atlas. And it's about how the planets are moving at the time that this divine messenger is in our solar system and how those aspects are being enhanced or just put a spotlight on them because this comet is in their midst. Yeah. So I I I transcribed the transcript so that I could share it with you on a card. So let me do that right now. So again, Three Eye Atlas, the supreme cosmic messenger of 2025, December 19th, closest to the Earth, and it's in its green phase. Yeah, if you didn't know, it has been changing colors, which is something normally comets don't do. So the scientists are just baffled by it, which is wonderful. So, Three Eye Atlas and Jupiter. This is the astrological interpretation. There's a video by I Yam Elements on the astrological aspects that Three Eye Atlas is connected to because of how it is traveling through our solar system. One of the most important, I think, has to do with Jupiter. Here's from the transcript of the video. And this guy is so excited. I love it. And, this is AI just picks up what you're saying, so it gets his excitement within the text I'm going to read you. Three Eye Atlas is passed closest to Jupiter on March 16th, 2026, and it's still at 15 degrees of Cancer. It's exaltation, happy, elated, triumphant, rejoiceful point. So just imagine, like Jupiter is the great expander, it's the philosopher king. Like this is about knowledge and wisdom and just great benefit. And like it's a very positive. Jupiter is a beautiful sign. It's the best planet you could have for making things improve and just making things abundant and beautiful. And it's sitting in the sign of Cancer at its exaltation point of all things. And Cancer is about like that ancestral knowledge and ancestral wisdom, things you inherit from your mother. Like it's the maternal nurturing aspect of life. It's the mother with a baby taking care of you, birthing you. So, like, think about that, the significance of it. Jupiter being at this point, the very center, it's a rebirth. It's a literal rebirth. I mean, that's what the astrology is saying. And then Three Eyes Atlas just shows up randomly and is saying the exact same thing. So, I mean, there's just too many things that are too perfect for this not to be a real message. I think we're going to remember who we are. I think humanity is going to remember its divine nature and be shown directly what that looks like in some sort of a flash or awakening. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I think that what is written in the stars, in the planet, yeah, that's what they're saying. Oh, love it. And I just got a little bit of some spelling stuff, but that's what the AI sometimes don't hear clearly, so it'll spell something different. But I just had to share that with you. And so if you are this day kind of feeling a little, I don't know, jumpy, giddy, or maybe a little heavy, the energetic can affect us in whatever way we need in order to to be more connected to source. So it may be a day where you're hungry or you're not hungry at all. It's a day where you only want to drink water or you just can't have enough chocolate. I don't know. You may be very sleepy or you may be like high on your adrenaline is just running high. You can't relax, you can't rest. Um, but I think it's just thrilling. That's thrilling, and I'm so grateful for, I am, elements for breaking down and giving this interpretation of 3-eye atlas as it relates to the astrology, especially what's coming up in 2026. So just know that again, we truly are in this time of a great shift. The stars, as he says, are really supporting that. And yeah, it's very, very exciting, very, very thrilling. And a lot of it because there is this unknown associated with this incredible cosmic messenger. Yeah. Yeah. You can't make this stuff up, people, right? No, not at all. So let's continue on with tomorrow, Saturday the 20th. And what we have is one of the four squares that we will be experiencing between now and the end of the month. This one is Sun in Sagittarius squaring Neptune in Pisces. Winter is almost here, so use it as an excuse to hibernate during this lazy phase. This energy is perfect for curling up under the covers, watching some K drama, and resting up for the new year. And yes, I like that. I like thinking about a lazy Saturday. Excellent. And then there's a second square also involving the Pisces part of the sky. This is Venus and Sagittarius squaring Saturn in Pisces. Take it easy today. This lazy vibe invites you to pause the holiday hustle as you'll need the energy for the days ahead. Skip the big plans for now and enjoy sleeping in and daydreaming. Yeah, yeah, so cool. Great advice. I love it. And then we move on to Sunday, which is the 21st. And this is when we're going to get the sun seasonal change effect happening to us because we are moving into winter in the northern hemisphere and of course summer in the southern hemisphere. And just a reminder, sun in astrology is archetypal and incremental seasonal change. As the center of our solar system and the force that makes life on Earth possible, the sun in astrology represents the light of our conscious awareness. Each season, his journey through the 12 zodiac signs illuminates a different archetypal energy, inviting us to explore and embody its unique expression. Yes, so that's really important for us to remember. And so what they have for us right now, yeah, it's Capricorn season. Capricorn season. Here we go. And of course, happy birthday to all you Capricornians out there. On December 21st, 2025, the sun enters Capricorn, and the energetic portal of the solstice welcomes us into Capricorn season. This is a time of the year centered around cultivating self mastery, self responsibility, and self containment. The sun's ingress into Capricorn brings the spotlight on our maturation process, and together with Mars's transit through the sign, motivates us to take conscious control of what we are building and creating. As a cardinal archetype, Capricorn initiates us into a new level of consciousness. This sign emphasizes the need to be aware of the passing of time and to be intentional about what we are choosing to do with the time that we have been given. Capricorn season is an invitation to focus on mastering the world of form and the space time reality and manifesting our dreams and visions into tangible structures. Yeah, absolutely. And of course, on the 21st, like I said, we have the solstice. So Capricorn season brings this in. And as I said, when the sun enters Capricorn, we have the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere and the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. No matter where you live, December 21st is one of the most important days of the year. The sun is either at the lowest point in the sky or at the highest. This marks a culmination, a point of no return. In the north, it's the shortest day, longest night of the year, and in the south, it's the opposite. Things are about to shift. Our priorities may change. On this magical day, tune in and reflect on where you're at on this crossroads in your life. Let the universe guide you to your next course of action in the coming new year of 2026. And I have to tell you, there is something very special about this particular solstice season. I actually felt it a month ago, and I was saying, "Oh, yeah, that's right. The 21st is solstice." And of course, it's not, but I was thinking November 21st. But that's because this energy, I think, is so potent. So I'm going to share some more messages with you and some more information with you just to validate and support you in really paying attention to this very powerful shifting energy. Yeah. So I'm going to focus on a course up here in the Northern Hemisphere where I am. And this is the longest night energy. I just love this picture because it is people joined in an indigenous circle. The village is all circled around the mother tree and honoring this shift in the season. Absolutely. So this is a shift in the balance of light and darkness, connecting us to the cyclical rhythms of nature. This is a time to shift your perspective, start something new, or simply reflect on your journey ahead. The solstice is a still point where the sun reverses its cycle, and the days get either longer from this point on or shorter. A still point creates an opportunity where we can access the void, the space between the past we are releasing and the future which has not yet manifested. The void provides a container of freedom to make different choices and to raise the bar for yourself on how you want to go forward in your life. Yes, yes, yes. So powerful, so important. So, honoring the winter solstice. The solstice marks the rebirth of the sun, a moment when darkness reaches its peak before giving way to growing light. The long night moon amplifies this theme. It's a lunar echo of renewal, illuminating our spiritual path through the shadow. For many ancient cultures, this was a time of ritual and reverence. The Norse celebrated Yule, honoring the sun's return through fire ceremonies and feasts. The Romans celebrated Saturnalia, a festival of joy and reflection. Indigenous peoples watched the skies, aligning their ceremonies with the rhythms of the moon and the stars. The solstice is a perfect time for cleansing as we close the chapter of one cycle and welcome in the beginning of a new one. It's also a powerful time for a reset as we set intentions for moving forward. Any ritual that supports the release of the old and bringing in of the new is helpful in honoring this transition and change of season. Beautiful, beautiful. So happy solstice tomorrow and to really give yourself permission, to really be in it, to really feel it, to really honor it. Yeah, so important. Absolutely. Ah, and I have a sovereign sun saying, New moon blessings. Thanks for your presentation. Well, thank you, sovereign sun, for listening in. Much appreciated. Yeah. Love finding new wisdom walkers out there too. So then we go to Tuesday, the 23rd, and here we have a trine. We have a flow energy. And this is with Mercury in Scorpio trining Saturn in Pisces. Trust your decision making skills today. You know what's right for you. Letting self doubt creep in could lead to delays and frustration. Yeah. And we want to definitely stay away from that. And then on Monday, the 29th, I'm sorry, I missed one. I missed something because I missed the 24th. Hold on for 1 second, folks. Let me see something. I put my little slides together. So that was the 23rd. I think this one is supposed to be the 24th. No, I have the 24th, but I'm giving you the 29th before I should be giving you the 29th. So let's just not pay attention to what I just said because it's not part of this. I don't believe we have anything on Tuesday. Let me double check though. You can see the hold that three eyes Atlas had on me where I couldn't even put this together. Let me see. Yeah, there is something on the 23rd. Okay. We have something on the 23rd. But before we get to the 29th, we have the 24th. So I just had that screwed around. Okay. So let me jump back. So this is real for the 23rd. It is a trine energy. And then let's not talk about the 29th because we need to first talk about the 24th. This is on Christmas Eve, and this is an impact day because we have Venus entering Capricorn. Yeah, yeah. Venus is entering Capricorn. As the year comes to a close, it's time to get serious about your relationships and finances with the planet of love entering this steady earth sign. In the coming 4 weeks, you'll see partners who align with your vision for the future and who can help you create something amazing together. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Yeah. Also, with Venus and Capricorn, on December 24th, Venus enters Capricorn, as Astro Butterfly says. Venus joins the Capricorn party right before Christmas. And that's on theme because in Capricorn, Venus loves traditions and anything that has substance and meaning. She likes a real Christmas tree, proper ornaments, handwritten cards, grandma's recipes with quality ingredients, of course. All those things that have weight, show commitment, and honor what and who matters. Venus in Capricorn is responsible and committed. She's not a maybe. She doesn't overpromise. She's discerning, has strong boundaries, and value what's proven itself over time. In a world of I want it all and I want it now, Venus in Capricorn brings long term vision and emotional maturity. Notice how your value system subtly shifts when Venus enters Capricorn and how you can pour this grounded, grown up Venus energy into your life. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that about Venus being, into the tradition of it. Yeah, it's like way cool. So, next part, as the calendar year comes to an end, and this is moon omens, Venus joins the sun and Mars in the sign of Capricorn. Here, Venus places a high value on reliability, commitment, and personal responsibility, asking us to make relational and financial decisions with long term awareness. Venus's transit through Capricorn is an opportunity to recognize how we need to mature in the relational and monetary spheres and acknowledge how our past and the social, cultural, familial, or religious conditioning we have been exposed to is still shaping the way we connect with both ourselves and others. Yeah, and this gets back to folks that really working on letting go of what no longer can work for us based on who it is that we are or need to be now at this time. This transit is an opportunity to gain awareness of scarcity patterns and insecurities about our worth that may be present and keep us trapped in cycles of lack. Yeah, absolutely. Totally. Absolutely. Yeah. And I'm just looking to make sure. Now, see, I do have what I need for the 29th, but I don't know why I had squeezed it into there because that's not where it was supposed to be. And let me make sure I put the right one in. Yeah, I did. Okay, so we're back on track. But I got a comment here from Sovereign Sun I want to address. It says, "Ever look at the four-pillar Bazi? Do we see precious metals rise next year amid the chaos?" I don't know what four-pillar Bazi is, so that's interesting. But I will check it out. And precious metals rise next year amid the chaos. That's interesting. Precious metals come from when there is a supernova in the cosmos because it takes that kind of a powerful explosion to get the atoms and the neutrons and all that stuff to configure into what we call precious metals like gold, plutonium, titanium, um, and so forth. So even diamonds. And so, yeah, what you're bringing up is interesting because I'm wondering if it's going to be talking about, that there's some supernova energetic that we are going to be experiencing. Based on what happened this year, Sovereign Sun, I am not surprised by anything that could be going on. I love the energy, but I will definitely check that out. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah. So here we go with Monday, the 29th, which will be our final aspect for 2025. Final two aspects. So the first one is we've got Juno entering Capricorn. Now, and again, as a reminder, Juno, named after the queen of ancient Roman gods and representing commitment in relationships, Juno is a large asteroid in the asteroid belt and the third asteroid discovered, which was in 1804. Juno in astrology can illuminate new insights into just how you thrive in long term commitments and relationships. So, with the asteroid of marriage and long term commitment in the sign of responsibility, long term commitment takes center stage. It's an excellent time for drawing up contracts, making deals, and even getting engaged. So, again, here we have Venus in Capricorn as well as Juno in Capricorn. So, there's going to be something going on with relationship energy, definitely. And again, not just relationship, but talking about the long-term commitment. Yeah. And then last but not least, we do have a tight energy. It is Mercury in Sagittarius squaring Saturn in Pisces. So 2025 ends on a confusing note, as this frustrating aspect may lead to plenty of miscommunication. If you experience this, take a moment to collect your thoughts and reflect instead of jumping to the worst conclusion. Yeah. That's just right. That's just great advice anyway. Holiday season things can get a little tight, a little crazy. So this is just saying, yeah, just be aware and don't fall victim to that energy. Just forgive and let go and get back to rejoicing and being jubilant, being happy and all that good stuff that is really important. So and I want to say one thing, I got to clean this up because I talked about, and I think this was for, yeah, so Tuesday, the 23rd, let me double check. I said that there was going to be Mercury in with a trine. And I knew that sounded from not right. And guess what? It is not right. This is not right. This was from November. when we had those wonderful water trines and when Mercury was still in Scorpio before it came back into Sagittarius. So please disregard that for the 23rd. Um, and I'm trying to see here if I have what really should be happening on the 23rd. Yeah. So what really should be happening on the 23rd, hold on for 1 second. That's probably what I did for when I did the 29th. Let me see. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. So here's what's really happening on the 23rd. It's Venus squaring Neptune in Pisces, Venus in Sagittarius. And again, it's just talking about needing to hibernate. The sensitive aspect might have everyone on edge and in their feelings, give each other plenty of space as we navigate these big emotions. So, very similar to the final aspect of the month, right? Very similar because they're both squaring with either Neptune or Saturn in Pisces, as they're doing that final dance. So, again, I apologize for my screw up, but I'm glad I got to clean it up for you. Yeah. Anyway, what can I say, folks? What can I say? This has been quite a time of what we have been going through. And as always, I've been doing since the last 6 months is to give you these two cosmic reminders of what is coming in 2026 or what's happening now an energy for us. But the first is about this incredible once in a lifetime. It will take thousands of years, I think, for this to come around again because this is Saturn conjuncting with Neptune in 0 degrees of Aries. And this is really about we have moved into a new chapter, a new era as humans on this planet. This will happen on February the 26th. And this also means that all the old systems and structures that no longer hold significance, that no longer have a purpose, will dissolve. And the alignment emphasizes a need to close cycles, leave the past behind, and learn to navigate transitions and uncertainty with faith as we prepare to enter this next chapter. So, this is what we're moving toward, leading up to. It's really powerful. Again, there's nobody alive that's ever experienced this, and nobody who will ever experience it again for a long, long time. So, it's that powerful for us to know about and be aware about. And then this configuration too, because the the outer planets move very slowly. So they don't usually form trines with each other and things like that easily. It's usually going to be the personal planets forming a trine with like Neptune or Saturn or Jupiter. But they're in this minor trine they call the magic triangle. And so from this year through to 2028, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto will be harmoniously aligned. This extremely rare configuration is also very powerful for a long time. This magic triangle is the most positive, significant, and consequential planetary alignment in our lifetimes and the century. Aries, Gemini, and Aquarians are most affected. However, this amazing period of discovery and revelation can benefit everyone. Yeah. Way cool, way powerful. Yeah. It's so important for us to remember that. Yeah. So, my dears, a big happy holiday to you again. I want to thank you, all of you who have been listening and watching my Wisdom Walk for Astrology for Self Mastery, part of my Wisdom Walk presentations here on YouTube. I can't thank you enough for your willingness to receive this information that I pull from these great astrologers like Astro Butterfly is the jam. She really gets it. I really like in Moon Omens what they present now. Of course, the great Lena Stevens of the Power Path, who takes a very indigenous and shamanic approach to it. But yeah, I just love it. I love doing it. And so I'm grateful to you for being audience and for hanging in there with me when I make mistakes like I did, putting one slide one place and another place. Anyway, yeah, it's just amazing. And Sovereign Sun says the beginning of a fire horse year. Yes, acceleration of deconstruction to reconstruction, heart based currency. Beautiful time to be alive. Yes, it is, my darling. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a blessing. See you again. Thank you. Thank you. Love to you as well. And so, my dears, be well, be safe. I will be back on a live stream on Sunday to close out my Wisdom Walk talk. I will be reviewing those collective annual commitments that I set forth at the beginning of January in preparation for the new ones for 2026. And I look forward to sharing and that information with you as well. Talk to you very soon. Love you. Take care. Thank you. And bye bye.